Hey everyone, thank you again for watching my video series. Today I'm going to touch on what to look for when you're purchasing a strata property. So whether it be a townhouse or a condo, when you're purchasing a strata, basically what we're looking for are red flags in the strata document. I'm going to cover basically the 4 things that I look for when helping a buyer purchase into the strata complex. So the first thing I look at is the contingency fund. Now the contingency fund is basically a reserve fund that the strata has set aside for any upcoming work or any work that just shows up, any surprise work. So basically the best way to calculate this is you take the amount of money in the fund and you divide it by the amount of units in the complex, and you should at least come up with a $2,500 per unit number. And the reason I say that is because that's what banks are expecting. So for conversation purposes, let's say you have a 50 unit building and you have $500,000 in the fund. That's $5,000 a unit. And that's what banks would like to see. Obviously that's good. And anything north of that is even better. But the rule of thumb is $2,500 and over, so that if anything comes up, there's enough money in the fund to at least cover a decent portion of that. The second thing I look at is any upcoming levies. And the way I look at that is go to the annual general meeting, also known as the AGM. So I go to the recent AGM, I review it, you're gonna find any bylaw changes in there, and you're also gonna see if there's anything pending as far as proposed work, any issues that they're talking about, and if there is there enough money in the contingency fund to cover those, or have they voted on them already and they're just waiting to happen? And the reason I say that is that if they have voted on them and they've approved them, then it's the responsibility of the owner that is currently owning that strata lot, so you can rest assured it will be paid for. But more importantly, if it hasn't been voted on, then you know what? Is there enough money in the fund? What is the plan? How big is the work? And is this a safe buy? The thing I look at is the depreciation report. Now, the depreciation report gives you an outlook of where the building currently is and what this the condition of all the everything, exterior, interior, windows, doors, elevators, what they're at currently, when they're set to be replaced, and what the cost will be at that time. Now, one thing to take into consideration here is not everything is always on time. I mean, if some windows have a 50-year lifespan or a 40-year lifespan, whatever it might be, and they're set to be done, in 5 years, just because they say they're set to be done in the depreciation report doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna do them on that set date, because 2 things: if they're not malfunctioning, why replace them? And if the money's not in the fund, then you're not gonna go ahead and do it again if the windows are not in the state that they need to be replaced. But it gives you a good overlook of where the building is at and what to expect in the future. And the 4th thing I look at is the community. Yes, strata documents, they have everything. They have noise complaints, they have disputes with neighbors, they know the care grounds, how's everything taken care of in the common property, are there issues with renters, etc. So that's a good place to look at what you are buying into. How are the owners? How do they treat the property? What are you kind of buying into as far as the community goes? So that's another thing I look at when I'm helping buyers look into strata corporations. It's very important that you review these minutes, especially right now. A lot of the times, with the condo market, there are things that are going subject free, but you still want to do your due diligence, request these documents, take the time to read the documents and see where the strata is at, where it's going, and know that you're buying in a healthy strata. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about the current state of the market, where it's going, buying, selling, please reach out to myself. I'd be happy to help. If you have any comments on this video, please leave them here. And if you're liking our videos, please like and subscribe to the video. It's much appreciated. I'm Dave Masson with the Dave Masson Real Estate Group. Again, thank you for watching and take care of yourself. Bye now.